This scene illustrates some of the early sections of MET Session 2. The therapist reviews the client's progress since the previous session and her reactions to the reading she has been asked to review. The therapist elicits and reflects change talk, affirms her progress, as well as rolling with resistance regarding her ambivalence.
Well, hi, Lisa. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
How's your week been?
It's getting there. It's all right.
Okay.
It's been good. Not as bad as the week before, but
Okay.
you know, you got to take your steps, working into things.
So, had you had a chance to look over some of the materials we talked about, or think about what we talked about last time?
Yeah, I looked over the book. It was talking. Yeah, it had some stuff in there about like health risks and stuff. I found interesting and reasons why. More motivation for me to stop. It's like helping me slow down a little bit.
Okay.
So
the health risks kind of caught your eye.
yeah,
Anything in particular?
it's just all in together. Going back to the sports and all that, it's not good for it. And then it had like something about social stuff in there, about how your friends and stuff, and they lose respect for you, stuff like that. It was interesting how they talked about that.
Yeah, sometimes it's a problem because on one hand you have the friends that you said smoking marijuana was how you joined it with them and got along with them and got accepted. On the other hand, you have friends who kind of look down on you and don't respect you as much once you start smoking.
Yeah, you have those two different groups.
Yeah.
So they kind of clash.
Yeah. So that can cause a problem sometimes. Yeah. But it sounds like this past week you felt like you took a few steps.
Yeah. It's getting there with my brother. We talked about it a little bit. I found that it was helpful a lot to talk to him about this stuff and the whole situation with me smoking and how it's hurting him in the same way that it's hurting me. And I found that he was easier to talk to than my mother.
Okay.
It was easier for him to understand where I'm coming from, being that it was also his father and all the stress behind that. It was really good for me to get off all the stuff off my chest. It was really good.
Well, that's a big step. I mean, you call it a little step, but that sounds like a big step to me to be able to sit down and talk with your brother about this.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, when I left I thought about what the things that just, the reasoning behind me smoking in the first place, and when you really get time to sit and think to yourself with nobody else putting their opinions in and stuff, it really helps you to see what you need to do for yourself before you go and do stuff for other reasons than what you want to do. Just like that. It was good.
So this week you took some time to think about what we talked about and to think about marijuana and to talk to your brother. What else?
Try to get back into school, like getting my work done and stuff.
Okay.
And, you know, just hanging out with my friends, you know, the ones that aren't smoking, try to get back into the habit of not having to smoke all the time or saying, are you going to pass it to me or stuff like that, you know, just trying to chill and relax, knowing that I don't have to get high.
Okay.
But, you know, you always have the times where, oh, yeah, come on. And, you know, things happen, but it was, they're your friends. Well, so they say, you know.
So you had some struggles this week back and forth again with the friends.
Yeah.
The ones who smoke and the ones who don't. And how did you handle that?
Well, yeah, it was kind of difficult because, you know, all of my friends that tell me, like, you know, you should stop smoking. You have a lot of potential and doing all of this stuff. You do so much. Why you even waste your time? I don't know. It was hard for me to tell them, like, no, well, I want to go with my friends. It's my life. You know, they always try. It's like you always have the times where you be like, oh, it's my life. I'm gonna do what I want to.
Sure.
And then you just go out and do it. And then when you sit back and you think about it, it wasn't exactly what you wanted to do, but it was just something at the time. Like, you don't really think about what you're doing.
So you're having some second thoughts about some of the decisions that you've made.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're still feeling this pull between your two sets of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's hard.
Yeah, it is. It's hard, but, you know, I'm trying to, it's really, thinking is really better off for me thinking to not do it than to do it. It's really helped me go from good to bad, so to speak, on how my friends are so bad, but just the aspect of smoking, it really helped me.
Well, it's only been a week, and you've already done a lot of good things, and it sounds like you took some time to think about it, which is different for you. That in the past, you weren't really thinking about it so much. You were just doing, because you were trying to get stress relief. But this past week, you actually took some time to think about what we talked about, and you read the materials, which I really appreciate. And then you took another big step, and you talked with your brother about it. So those are some positive things. And that it's normal that you're still having some struggles, I think, at this point. As I said, it's just been a week. But you've made some good progress.